Yeah, Patrick, I'm from Denver, and the last time you guys were in Denver in late October, you didn't look like a Super Bowl team that day. What helped you turn it around to get here?
Yeah, I think it's just the process. Just continuing to work hard. Obviously, we had some struggles throughout the season, but guys never hung their head. They just continued to grind through, and it caused us to play our best football at the right time. So every season is different, but you have to continue to work in order to be great.
Hey Patrick, over here, Evan Walker with WXCI. Can you talk a little bit about Rashee Rice's development over the course of the season and what that's been like to work with him?
Yeah, no, I mean, a ton of talent. I mean, I saw that from day one. But with rookies, especially in Coach Reed's offense, it takes time. It takes time to learn the different ways we run routes and the way you have to read coverage at the same time. And he just continued to get better and better. And that's why I think you saw his production really get an uptick as the year went on. I still think he has a long ways to go. He can continue to get better and better, and he could be one of the top receivers in this league.
Hi, Patrick. Chris Jones talked about the fact that you guys are now becoming like the villains of the NFL. There's a growing narrative out there. I know everyone prefers to be liked, but is it a role that you kind of enjoy in a way? Do you feed off of that?
Not necessarily. I think I just like winning. If you win a lot and that causes you to be a villain, then I'm okay with it. But at the end of the day, I'm going to enjoy playing the game and try to win as much as possible.
Pat, here, Andy Sola, Azteca Deportes. As a team, having facing San Francisco years ago, what is the big quality to overcome this time?
I think it's just their intensity. I mean, they play hard every single play. They bring energy. We know it's to take our best football. And so for us, we just have to come in with that intensity to go out there and play our best. If we don't, we'll lose the game.
Patrick, how do you view the challenge that you and a lot of other great quarterbacks face of trying to get back here every year, knowing that the roster, especially on offense, is going to keep changing?
I think you just got to try to be the best quarterback you can be for your team. I think that's what you've seen with a lot of the great quarterbacks is whatever their team needs, they'll go out there and do. The roster's always going to change. I explain that to every single player that's here. You never know if you're going to be back in this game again. And so try to maximize your moment, maximize your opportunity, and see what you can do in order to make a memory that will last forever.
Pat, back left, Aaron Ladd, KSHB 41. You talked about a Super Bowl routine. It's Wednesday now. Where are you at in your Super Bowl routine?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You kind of are going back to installing the base offense. Obviously, we have the whole entire game plan in, but you really focus on that like you would do in a normal week, and trying to make sure you're ready to go. Obviously, we have the media and stuff like that you have to do, but at the same time, it's a normal week now. We're going to get back to practice and do what we would do for a normal game day.
Patrick, a lot of people over the years have had fun with like your running style or like your running gait. Is that something? How did you develop the way you run? And have you ever like gone into a lab and done like efficiency measurements or anything like that?
I do stuff like that. I think I've gotten better in my running form and faster as I've kind of been in the NFL. But it doesn't look the prettiest, so I think people think I'm slow. I think it's kind of deceptive. Sometimes I think the defense takes bad angles because they think they're going to catch me faster than they do, and so maybe that's the secret to my speed is that I run not the way everybody else runs.
Pat, up in second row. Sammy with NFL France. About 815 days ago in Allegiant Stadium, you guys ran a spinning huddle. Can we expect something like that on Sunday? I can expect a cartwheel or something?
Maybe Travis. I don't know. Yeah, but no, we'll have some game plan plays, and Coach Reed likes to have fun and enjoy it. So we'll see what we can do. But I think you have to focus on the fundamentals in order to play a defense like this.
Hi, Patrick. Kelly Singh, player profiler, Women of Fantasy Football. And what we would like to know is, how do you and Brittany make this special moments for the kids? Do you have any routines you do with the kids to try and create core memories with them?
Yeah, I think you just want them to be there. You want them to be able to see what Dad's doing and what all the work he's missing time with them is paying off to be. Being able to have them here this week and getting to spend that extra time that I have over at the house and seeing them run around. We treat it like a vacation, so hopefully that can be a memory for them. And I was that kid in the locker room growing up, and I know how much impact that's made on my life and who I am. And so hopefully that me playing will be able to make an impact on theirs.
Pat, over here, Catalunya Radio. The fact that all the playoff games has been away games this year have changed your approach mentally to the game, and do you think that this thing could help you to play the Super Bowl next Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, any new experience is great for you to use as an advantage. I mean, playing on the road in some hostile environments. I think he brought the team together even more. But at the end of the day, it's just playing football. Obviously, the Super Bowl is the biggest stage of them all. But at the same time, you go back to just playing the game that you've always loved growing up and trying to go out there and win the game.
Hey, Patrick. Coach Reed's coaching tree, well known. A lot of his coaches are former players that used to play for him. Who do you think on your team would make a good coach down the road, and would you think would you yourself make a good coach, you think, down the road as well?
I would hope so. I try to help out all the young guys that are around the organization now. I've kind of become the old guy, even though I still feel young. So I would hope I'd make a good coach. The hours would be tough, but I think eventually Jerick McKinnon would be a great coach because he knows everything. Him and guys like Blake Bell that have been in the league for a while, different systems, and bring energy every single day. I think those guys could be coaches if they want to be. But for now, let's let them keep playing with us.
Hi, Patrick. This Sunday, you're going up against Fred Warner, who's had a tremendous season. How does he impact your game plan?
Yeah, you got to know where he's at on every single play. I think the best thing about Fred is he has the physical ability. He can do everything. He's tall, he's fast, he can blitz, he can do whatever you want him to do. But he's mentally, you can tell how much he studies the film and how he's able to adjust his coverage based off what the team he plays. And I think you have to know where he's at on every single play. And if you don't, he'll make a play happen that'll be negative for us, but positive for them. And so someone you definitely have to account for.
Patrick over here, Martin Rogers, Fox Sports. When you look back through the history of the league, there have been many great quarterbacks who never got the chance to play for a Super Bowl, never got the chance to win a Super Bowl. How grateful are you that, early in your career still you've got two in the bag and a chance to win another?
Yeah, I mean, very grateful, very blessed. I mean, I understand how lucky I am to be on this team. To come into a team that was already a winning organization with a winning culture, with a lot of great players, Hall of Fame players, and being able to just kind of jump right in and get in a year where I can learn and learn under Alex Smith. I was blessed, and so I want to maximize these opportunities. I know that they don't always come. You're not going to be in every single Super Bowl, and so whenever I'm here, I enjoy it. I enjoy the week. And then I just try to go out there and play my best football. And like I said a little bit earlier, make a memory that will last forever with a lot of guys that work extremely hard.
Right here. Patrick, Michael Farrar with Berg Sports Network. Growing up, you were a multi-sport athlete. How is playing in those different atmospheres help you for the biggest atmosphere of all, playing in the Super Bowl?
I think it's just playing all the sports. It taught me how to compete. It taught me how to learn how to make things happen, to make adjustments on the fly. And then it's all kind of evolved into the way I play the quarterback position, being able to fill out space and make the pass like a point guard or throw across my body like a shortstop. I mean, it just learning how to compete and to adjust on the fly and make things happen is definitely something that's helped me become the player that I am.
Patrick, what are the things that you as a quarterback have to do well to be effective using the screen pass, and what does it do for your offense?
I mean, it helps that you have one of the best coaches of all time at knowing when to call them. So with Coach Reed, I think just being able to utilize your eyes, utilize your drop, try to make everything look the same, so that whenever the screens do happen, you can get that D-line to a track, get that D-line to rush, and then getting an accurate football where the guys can get downhill. Coach Reed's done a great job. Coach Heck, Coach Nagy, of teaching them, and the guys that we've executed them well. But just that, more than anything, it's knowing the right time, and I mean, I feel like Coach Reed has a great feel for that.
Hi, Pat. Sean Graney, Medill Reports. So Kansas City traded for Mecole Hardman mid-season to kind of bolster the wide receiver room. What has that meant for you guys as an offense to get Mecole back in there? What has his impact been, and what does it mean to have continuity in big games like the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, first off, you get that speed that he has, and being able to stretch the defense horizontally and vertically whenever he's on the field. Just adding another guy like that. And then I think even more than that, another guy that everybody loved in the locker room, being with us the year before and the years previous. Everybody had loved Mecole and the way he brings the energy every single day. And I think a lot of times that can be bigger than anything, is just having guys in the locker room that want to play hard, that want to come together and go for this common goal. And it's always great to get those guys in there.
Hi, Pat. Good morning. Federico Olvera from Dame Bola. Pat, if you guys win the next Sunday, Coach Reed would equal Coach Bill Walsh by winning their third ring of Super Bowl, and you would equal to Troy Aikman. What are your thoughts about this by reaching Troy Aikman about this?
Yeah, no, it'd be extremely humbling. I mean, like I said, I'm extremely grateful just for the situation that I'm in and being able to play in these Super Bowl games. And more than anything, I mean, getting that back-to-back Super Bowl champs, it just hasn't been done a lot in history, and it speaks to the whole team of not being satisfied with winning one, being able to come back that next year and continue to work. A lot of times, after winning the Super Bowl, you want to relax and feel like you're done. But being able to have that mentality to battle through the adversity that we've battled through this season and get that Super Bowl ring again, it'd be extremely special.
Patrick Haliako, if you can take us back to the lowest moment in your life and to see where you are today, what would you have told yourself back then?
I don't know exactly when the lowest moment would be, but I think what I've always had is just to continue to follow your dreams. I think that's something that was instilled in me at a young age, and I got to see a lot of pro athletes and how hard they worked, and so I knew I had to work hard. And so even when baseball wasn't working out in college or football I wasn't starting that first year in college, whatever that was, I just knew if I continued to work hard that stuff would pay off. And that's the mentality I've had in everything I've done in my entire life, and I still work hard to this day. I know in order to continue to be great and follow my dreams, I have to do that.
Hey, Patrick, Steve White, NFL Network over here. Coach Reed just told us that Eric Bieniemy paid you guys a visit last week and spoke to you guys. When did that take place, and what was it like to have him back in the building and kind of feel him a little bit?
Yeah, no, it's always great to have EB in the building. Just being there and the energy that he brings, the mentality that he brings, you can feel just because he has that intensity, but he loves it. He loves being there. He loves being a part of the team and being a part of that culture. And so just having him back in the building was really cool, and listening to him talk and his energy. I mean, it just kind of got everybody. You could ask guys, man. I think guys had a little bit of like chill bumps in, like, hey, we got EB's back here, and obviously he didn't get that head coaching opportunity, but I'm excited for him to continue to coach football and to continue to make his impact on the game.
Hi, Shara Taylor, New York Beacon. The 49ers were able to stop the Lions defense in the third quarter. How do you plan to keep the energy throughout the game after halftime and to get around defense?
Yeah, no, we have to continue to get better. I think that's at the second half. I mean, even looking at the last AFC Championship game, we didn't execute at a high enough level in the second half. And so for us, first you have to be able to manage that long halftime break that you have in the Super Bowl, doing that the right way. And I know the coaches have a great plan for that. And then when you come back out, it's all about execution and energy. And so you can have that execution and energy at the beginning of the game when everybody's intense and it's the adrenaline's pumping, but being able to bring that again in the second half will be super important, especially against a great defense. And so definitely something that we have to make sure that we're ready to do, and something that we have to execute at a high level.